Take the red pill if you want to go to the Matrix. Take the blue pill and you wake up in the real world thinking it was all a dream. Hey guys, sorry that I just couldn't resist saying that. But yeah, as you saw from the title and thumbnail, this is going to be my second look review of The Matrix. Now, well, as usual with these revisit edition / second look videos I've been doing, if you guys have saw my original review of this movie a while back, you probably already got the idea of what The Matrix is all about. But just in case you guys need a bit of a reminder on what this movie is about, I wouldn't really blame you. Perception. Our day in, day out world is real. Reality. What the world is a hoax, an elaborate deception spun by all-powerful machines of artificial intelligence, also known as AI, that control us. Whoa. Mind warp stunts, techno-slamming visuals, mega-kick action, Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, if I'm saying that right, leads the fight to free mankind in The Matrix. The CNC again cyber thriller, written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. The story sees the special effects stakeout, new movie making territory. The movie flat out rocks. So in a nutshell, looks like our hero Neo, aka Mr. Anderson, will have to go into the Matrix to save mankind from an army of Agent Smiths and artificial intelligence. Now, as I said in my original review a couple of months ago, almost a year ago when you think about it, this movie really is quite satisfying. I mean, sure, maybe it's not a perfect movie, but I guess, like I said in my original review, it has great action sequences, beautiful special effects, especially for 1999 standards. It does have a fantastic plot to follow with a beginning, middle, and end. And most of all, it does have a very surprising group of characters. And does have and the casting is also perfect. Especially Keanu Reeves as Neo, aka Mr. Anderson. Now, I am somewhat familiar with Keanu Reeves' TV and movie career for a while now. Heck, I already reviewed the 3 Bill and Ted movies a while ago. And I think he was in the 3rd SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. Or what's a Sponge on the Run? I don't know, I can't remember. So you guys might want to you guys should probably correct me in the comments below. So I honestly think casting Keanu Reeves as Neo is a pretty interesting choice. He's like a regular computer nerd by day and a cybernetic hero by night. Which I will admit, that is a pretty interesting career for him. I'm not sure if I said this before in my original review, but it is pretty, well, badass that he gets to be a cybernetic hero and tries to save mankind from artificial intelligence. Oh boy. And I can honestly tell why when I decided to rewatch this movie again. After giving it a second look, it still seems pretty fantastic. I mean, sure, maybe there are a few times where it can get a little bit boring at times, but not all the time. And funny enough, I almost started to doze off a little bit. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I was starting to get a little bit relaxed in the movie while watching the movie. I mean, it happens. I think Morpheus is a pretty cool dude. He's basically the leader of the team, and he has to let Neo what's going on with mankind, and how in the future things are really starting to look, well, pretty dreary. Who knew that artificial intelligence in the future would one day try to take over the world? And I guess there are times where it can trick the human mind. Like are the characters going through all this in the real world or in the digital dream world? I gotta admit, the army of Agent Smiths are pretty intimidating. I mean, they're not like your typical mad scientists bent on world domination. They're just like regular agents in regular clothing who also wants to take over the world. Oh boy. And like I said in my original review, it's still one of those action-packed movies that you must see over and over and over again. And I don't remember if I said this in my original review of The Matrix or not, but I haven't fully caught up with all the Matrix movies in a long time. I mean, for a while now. Probably because I didn't know much about The Matrix in general. And like I said in my original review of this movie, the only time I was somewhat aware of The Matrix on the big screen was the fact that it was referenced in Space Jam 2: A New Legacy, a movie which I still think is very underrated and misunderstood. So yeah, Space Jam 2: A New Legacy was probably the only time I was aware of the movie. Okay, that's technically half true. Because I think I've said this before in my original review, but I do remember that a while ago, I did see the Nostalgia Critic, someone review all the Matrix movies, so I guess that's sort of one way for me to be familiar with the franchise or something. I gotta admit, the special effects are quite groundbreaking, as well as the Matrix environment. I mean, even I wouldn't be able to guess if anything around Neo was real or fake. Now, I don't know what it's like living in the digital world, but I'm guessing it might not be that pleasant or something. I don't know. And I'm not sure if you guys would be curious if you knew what the Matrix was like either. And you know, I'm not sure if the franchise is still popular now or not. And funny enough, whenever I celebrate Halloween or go to a comic book convention, I somehow don't see anyone dressing up as any of the characters from the movies. I mean, were most people not talking about the Matrix that much? I'm just curious. Now, I haven't seen the sequels either, so I'm not sure if the sequels are, like, better or worse. So I guess that's something you guys would probably let me know in the comments below. So yeah, I honestly think The Matrix is still a fantastic movie. And I still said that in my original review. And yeah, it is pretty cool that I now have the movie on VHS and DVD. So honestly, as usual with these second look reviews, I still think The Matrix is a great movie. And yeah, maybe to you guys it may not be like a groundbreaking masterpiece compared to other movies you might have seen before. So as usual, I'll give this movie 5 digital computers out of 5. And I'm glad I got a chance to do like a second look review of The Matrix because it pretty much deserves a second look review, if you know what I mean. It is pretty cool, pretty neat seeing Neo and Morpheus meet for the first time in some kind of apartment building. And I guess he was tracking Neo for his entire life. Pretty wild. Now, I'm not gonna spoil any of the death scenes because I probably said this before in my original review and a few minutes ago, and I'll say it again. This is one of those must-see movies for everyone to enjoy. So make sure you guys have a fantastic day, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying my second look review of The Matrix.